Happy Wednesday to you. My name is Pat Voss, pastor of Valhalla Baptist, and as you can see, I'm also at my other workplace at Love and Care Ministries. And today is Wednesday, and is the Wednesday of Holy Week, tomorrow being Maundy Thursday. And everybody, I'm sure, has had their schedules completely thrown off. I'm sure a lot of us have not even thought about Easter. That's probably part of the problem there. We're going to take a look at this little message for you, 5 minutes, if you will, from John chapter 5, starting at verse 1. After these things, there was a Jewish festival, and Jesus went to Jerusalem. Now in Jerusalem, by the sheep gate, there is a pool, which is called in Hebrew Bethesda, having 5 porches. And these lay a multitude of those who were sick, blind, lame, or paralyzed, and they were waiting for the moving of the water, for the legend was an angel of the Lord went down, and at certain times into the pool, and stirred up the water. Whoever stepped in first after the stirring of the water was made whole of whatever disease he had. A certain man was there, and he had been sick for 38 years. When Jesus asked him, or saw him lying there, he knew he had been sick a long time. He asked him, "Do you want to be made well?" The sick man answered him, "Sir, I have no one to put me in the pool when the water is stirred up, but while I'm coming, another steps before me." Jesus said to him, "Arise, take up your mat, and walk." Immediately, the man was made well and took up his mat and walked. Stop there. Go Jesus, touchdown Jesus. Healed a man, didn't even have to put him in the water, just by his word that he healed the man. Jesus is still in the healing business. God is still in the healing business. Continuing on, though, okay? Also in verse 9, now it is the Sabbath on that day. So the Jewish leader said to him who was cured, "It is the Sabbath. It is not lawful for you to carry the mat." He answered him, "He who made me well said the same to me. Take up your mat and walk." Then they asked him, "Who is the man who said to you, 'Pick it up and walk'?" But he who was healed did not know who it was, for Jesus had withdrawn, a crowd being in the place. Afterward, Jesus found him in the temple and said to him, "Behold, you are made well. Sin no more, so that nothing worse may happen to you." This man went away and told the Jewish leaders that it was the Jesus that had made him well. And for this cause, the Jewish leaders persecuted Jesus, because he did these things on the Sabbath. They totally missed it. They were so worried about the hows, wheres, whens, whys, and manners that they missed the miracle. They missed the good work. I would submit that there is no bad time to do good. There may be inconvenient times, but no bad times. And the point of the inconvenience is that it shows especially if it inconveniences us, is that it shows an agape, unconditional love to give of ourselves, like Jesus is doing 2,000 years ago upon the cross, where his death and resurrection pay for all of our sins. And right now we're worried about COVID. We're worried about a lot of important stuff. I am not dismissing it at all. I am not trying to belittle it all. But don't forget, the salvation is still at hand. Easter's already happened. Easter is going to continue to happen. And in the midst of all this, while we get creative of ways to celebrate it and use our brains, we celebrate the fact that Jesus resurrected the world, redeemed the world to himself. Don't lose that in all the inconvenience. Don't lose that in all that everything's going on. This Sunday, if you can, do an online church. Celebrate the fact that God has risen from the dead. Celebrate the fact that we are made whole again. Not where we were, but where we are now. I prayed that this Easter in the midst of all of this, it leaves a meaningful impression in you, a change in you, that what is truly important comes to the forefront of your life. I pray you have a blessed Easter. I pray you stay safe. And I pray God watches us and keeps his hand over us until all this blows over. He is not surprised. My name is Pat Vos. God bless you.